What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream. How we doing? I see Toons Fox hanging out in the chat. How you doing? Everything's good on my side. This Sunday, we're going to do a chill live stream. We're going to try to refactor our gameplay ability class into separate classes. Because right now we have like a basic gas course gameplay ability. That's a pretty holistic gameplay ability that gives you options like in the default settings to choose like what kind of ability you want to use. And I kind of want to just separate those out themselves. I appreciate that. I got some water, don't worry. I'm in it. There we go. So just to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm talking about, we have these different type of ability examples, like a duration one and an aim cast one. In the top right corner here, we have options for ability, and it's like, okay, is it an aim cast type? Should we auto commit ability? This activation policy is fine. It's really just this aim cast thing, because when we switch it to something else, for example, if we have a duration kind of ability, we have all these other options like auto apply duration effect, auto commit cooldown duration and stuff. So it's kind of weird. I'd like to have that kind of built into explicit classes that you would kind of build your ability based off of, rather than being just one ability and you kind of just pick these options. I think, in my opinion, that might be just a little clearer, just so you don't like accidentally change this to something else and you mess up and things like that. So I kind of want to just move that all, and it should make the base class a little bit cleaner, and as well as the extended classes be a little bit cleaner. So that's the goal. So you've been following for 3 months, almost 4 months. Very, very nice. All right, so let's get started. So let's start with the instant version first. So let's go to Tools, New C++ class, All Classes, and we're going to do Gas Course Gameplay Ability, I believe is the one here. So we'll call this Gas Course Instant Gameplay Ability. Okay, perfect. So name checks out. Let's also make sure that we put it in the right location here. So I guess gameplay ability system. Where do I put this one? I guess it's in this gameplay ability. It's like in the base class here. So I'm gonna just do gameplay abilities. And I guess I'll make another folder for like instant. So let's go ahead and create that class. Let writer do its thing. And hopefully this refactor goes relatively smoothly. It should, in theory, but you never know with these things, right? Because after this refactor is done, I want to continue where we were going on last week, which was fixing up our aim cast ability to make sure it was replicating and working in multiplayer correctly, which we did. The only thing that isn't working is when you cancel, so we gotta make sure that's fixed. Based on my notes on my to-do list, that should be the last thing we have to do. And then, I don't know what I want to work on really after that. We can potentially work more on our status effects. I know we wanted to do a little bit more with our status effects, damage and stuff like that. Hey, how you doing? Is it Arcademan? I hope that's it. Man, can you make a tutorial on how to make a thing like God of War, where, for example, when you open a door, you go into an animation sequence where you open the door and then go back again for a really cool animation? I don't think I can make a tutorial about that, but I can at least kind of let you know what you would need to do. It could be just like a simple baked-in animation that you do and that you trigger when you enter some sort of volume and you confirm to open the door. I know you could potentially use motion warping to sync the character's location to the doorknob or whatever positioning they want to do to open the door. You would have to do some, fancy camera tricks, maybe with sequencer or something like that to get the cool angle. And then after it's done, you kind of just lerp back to the original kind of camera position or something like that, and you kind of give control back to the player. But yeah, I'm not really going to make an explicit tutorial on that. Hopefully that information gets you started. Do you have any tips for me when starting Unreal Engine 5 for the first time? That's a good question, I suppose. I guess have an idea of what you want to try to do when you're opening Unreal Engine 5 for the first time. Maybe look at how things are made with these example projects that Epic gives you, like the third-person example, the what's the other projects that they give you? First person, they give you third person, they give you like the Ball project. They have also like Valley of the Ancients. They got the Lyra example. They got like the top-down example. So I would say maybe look at those examples and just see how some things are done. Otherwise, maybe just have some sort of idea of like what you want to try to accomplish. So if you have some sort of mechanic or feature you want to develop, try to go in and see and figure out how to do something like that. Because either you go in with a plan or you don't. And if you don't have a plan, I would just say, look at what already exists and just kind of break it, see how it works, extend from it, and do something like that. Otherwise, if you do have a plan of what you want to make, kind of the same idea, figure out how you want it to work, and pray that it does work. I got some notification here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Arcademan. I appreciate it. After I play the animation, the character but what if I have a problem with after I play the animation, the character is still there? I want to delete the character after a sequence. I'm not too sure. I mean, you said like God of War. Because I don't think they like. Maybe they use different LODs for the character to like make it a nicer looking character, or they just swap in the mesh being used in real time or something like that. I would assume LODs would be much more smoother. But I can't keep answering questions and talking too much. I really need to focus on what I want to do, which is the whole refactoring process. So forgive me. I need to look at that a little bit. So what do we need to do first and foremost? So here's our instant gameplay ability, right? And let's go to our base gameplay ability. I know we need to take some things. I assume things like this I would want to take over, right? So on an instant gameplay effect, we'll probably want to do some things like this. So it's under the protected header here. So things like this, I already accidentally copied protected already. So we'll definitely want to do some stuff like this. What else do we need? Ability type, that's something we want to get rid of, for example, eventually. Duration effect, auto apply, blah, 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 param, bool apply duration effect. Auto commit on activate, we definitely want to make sure that we use the duration stuff. All of that is kind of built in. So I think we're good in that regard. Now I should be able to generate these things, no? And for instanced abilities, I would assume I don't really need to do too many things. Let's look at the base class here. I think there's the so somewhere on the activate ability, I assume. Can activate ability, blah, blah, blah. On give ability, good. Remove ability. So yeah, activate ability. So nothing on instant, honestly, and there is just this. So I think this might be what I would need to have left. So all this goes break, break, and then commit, and then it's just supers, honestly. So I think, let's see. Let's just make the assumption we don't need this stuff. We'll leave it commented out. And I think we'll need to leave that, right? So let's bring that up to something along the lines of that. Bring this back up. Something like this, I think, is fine. So I think instant could literally just keep everything as super and just leave it like that. And that might work. There's a whole apply cost and stuff. So yeah, applying cost and everything here, I would need to refactor for our aim cast ability and things like that. So I'm not too sure about that at the moment. I think we can get rid of that. So let's do our aim cast ability next. So new C++ class, all classes, gas course, gameplay ability. So gas course, aim cast, gameplay ability. Awesome. Still enough space in the name. Very, very good. And then we gotta just update the directory here. So aimcast, and aimcast is the ability that assumes that you want to use weight target data. So you aim, you gather targets, you activate, you do whatever you need to do to those targets. So whether it be damage, some status effects, or what have you. So Arcadaman, do you have any more information? Because you said last no, but like not anything like that. I'm confused on that statement as well. You described to me kind of what you want, but then you said it's not anything like that, so I'm not 100% sure what you kind of mean. And we got a compilation problem, so let's go ahead and try to fix that. Instant ability, do I have to do override everywhere? No, override's fine. Let's just do an actual compile from writer so we can get the explicit errors here. So override a view function and parent. Can I have a view function declaration above it? Okay, so that's the problem. So would I just do override and like that? Or do I not have to do any of these things? Because it will be called. Because it's with the parent thing. So potentially that's fine. But we'll have to fix that in here, no? So on avatar set, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there was actually nothing built in with that. So yeah, let's compile again. And then we should have our aimcast version. Then here's our aimcast. So let's close out of our instant one, but we'll probably have to do the same set of overrides, I assume. So we can just grab those. So there's a lot of boilerplate code, probably copy and paste it. We probably can remove a bunch of things that are like kind of redundant. So I mean, like I want to that when I play a sequence, I want a character to be able to after the sequence is done. So are you saying like, so basically a cutscene, and then after the cutscene, a character's done? Because I guess you can make calls into sequencer to destroy objects. So I don't see that being too complicated. You can always destroy actors. So I guess whatever actor you wanted to destroy, you have a callback within some sequencer. Each actor has a function call for destroy actor. So you would just make that function call. It will just kind of destroy it. Or maybe you would want to hide it, and you can set the visibility of the actor in Blueprints. I'm sure Sequencer has I don't use Sequencer too much, but I assume Sequencer would have some sort of callbacks to allow you to do some sort of functionality blueprint calls to destroy or hide or whatever you need to do. So look into that avenue, try to find out that information on your own using those kind of general ideas and hints. So look into things like Sequencer, look into things how you can destroy or hide assets, objects, meshes, things like that. Because Sequencer probably will be your best bet because you can animate things and stuff like that. So you do the cutscene, have some sort of motion warping. Look into that as well. Should be hopefully a starting point. Okay, so we have everything compiled, everything successfully compiled as well. So let's just grab all this stuff. Let's go into our instance. No, our Aincast. Here we go. So I'm not making a game just yet. Right now I'm just making like an example project that uses the gameplay ability system. So it's more of like a action RPG, like the closest things like Diablo or like Path of Exile, basically top down. So I'm kind of just focusing on creating the framework for it and then trying to build a game on top of it, just for example purposes and educational purposes, to eventually try to make a tutorial series about it, maybe documentation about it, because there's not that much information out there yet on GAS, and it's a pretty widely used plugin, so I'd like to kind of contribute to the community in that way. So that's all this really is, and hopefully it'll help people. And so at the moment I'm refactoring the base gameplay ability into separate gameplay ability categories, just so you can extend the appropriate gameplay ability that you want to use, like an instant one, something with a duration. So an ability that creates a shield that lasts 5 seconds, and that shield kind of blocks damage or reduces damage, and an aim cast where you have the aim reticle and stuff like that. To give you just a basic example of what we have, it's mostly C++, not C#. But I do use blueprints as well. Like the boilerplate stuff is C++, but the actual ability stuff is in Blueprint. So I have a basic projectile ability. We have a status effect. We got damage numbers. You press 3. You have this aim cast reticle. You confirm. It deals damage. Not everything is perfect at the moment. And we have this kind of ability. It looks like my instant ability broke. I'll have to check that. But yeah, this one is just showcasing an animation, spawning a gameplay queue. Everything's still pretty early. But yeah, that's what we're working on. Well, I didn't make this in this stream. I've been streaming for the last year and a half doing this. So yeah, it wasn't in the last 4 minutes, man. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we have our Aincast, but we have to do something with that. So in an Aincast, in the base gameplay ability, we have this check up here where we bind ability target data and stuff like that. So we do need to set this up in there. So we do want to kind of copy this. I think that's all we really need to do, and this. So let's just grab all this crap and we'll kind of adjust it appropriately. So it's on activate ability. So we don't need ability type or anything like that. Wait, did I not copy what I kind of missed the primary stuff I needed to copy. So I'm going to do this. Let's close our if statement. And then, yeah, we need to do this. So we don't want to keep ability type. Probably want to move this line here. Bing, bang, boom. Like that. And then from our base ability as well, we need this one. What is this categorized under? So it's protected as well. Okay. Yeah, so forgive me, I'm moving kind of fast just because I only stream for like an hour, hour and a half, a couple days a week. So I'm kind of speed running this refactor, hoping I do it correctly. So fingers crossed, yeah. Activation ability type, blah, blah, blah. Auto commit, that's all stuff I want to do. And then I need this. Grab that, generate it. Am I not able to generate that at all? Interesting, okay. But yeah, let's go back into the CPP. Everything should be okay. Yeah, where's the callback one here? So yeah, we have this function untarget ready callback. We grab that. Let's move it to our aim cast ability. Fix the name. I think we'll have to remove this from the gameplay ability base. So let's comment some stuff out. We won't completely delete anything just yet, because who knows, we might need to reference it. Where's the other function here? Gas course ability here. Like that. Now this should not have a red thing around it anymore. I guess it does. Let's go ahead and try to do a recompile. Let's just deal with some of the errors, if any. Maybe it just needs to be recompiled. So on target ready game is not function declared in here. Okay. Okay, so a couple of errors here. So interesting that it's not, even though it on aimcast target data ready, right? Oh no, on target data ready callback. So I'm missing that function. And my commenting ain't the best. But yeah, we're missing on target ready. On target ready. Is this anywhere? Did I delete it somewhere? Yeah, it's right here. There we go. My bad. So grab that. That is under public. So something along the lines of that. And then because I commented that out, there should be, so on target, ready callback. So down here, that is what I commented out. So we should be okay now with this refactor part. Close. Still got one error. Okay, so error on target ready callback is now a member of UGAS course game ability. So this. So local ability. Okay, so we have to. So if yeah, this is where I would have to kind of explicitly kind of cast to. So UGAS course aim cast ability. Something like that. It should be better. Because even if the ability itself is like, say we have an aim cast ability, right now we're using the user confirmed aspect of it, so you have to press E to confirm or whatever to cancel. There might be cases where we would want to have instant aim casting, but at the same time that should still be the same kind of class and you'll instantly get the data back and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna run into issues now, which is totally fine. We'll figure this out. Because yeah, we're gonna have compilation errors. So let's go into our aimcast example. So we have some issues. Oh no, it compiled just fine, but we got to do. I probably want to do like auto commit on, you know, target something, right? That could be part of the refactor in a little bit. What I want to do is reparent the blueprint, aimcast, like that. I think that'll still make everything work okay. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. But yeah. So auto commit on ability on activate. I'm not sure if we really need that. I would want to change that to like auto commit ability on, you know, targeting, whatever. But yeah, let's finish up the actual general refactor here, since we know that stuff works at the moment. I don't know if it works in multiplayer. I guess that's something I should check first. So let's switch over to play as client first. Okay, that looks okay. Now let's go back. Let's do add 2 instances. Play as less than server. This will